In one of New York's most expensive hotels, in room 3327, an 86-year-old man was found dead, alone. No family member, no friend, no one was there. Only pigeons. His bank account had almost no money left. Yet this man, 30 years earlier, had been one of the most famous people in the world. So who was this man, and what had happened to him? This is the story of Nikola Tesla, a man who illuminated the world but died in darkness. Historically, Nikola Tesla was born on July 10th, 1856, in the village of Smiljan, Serbia, which was within the borders of the Ottoman Empire at the time. His father, Milutin Tesla, was an Orthodox priest. His mother, Georgina, had never attended school but was an exceptionally intelligent woman. She knew long poems by heart and performed complex calculations in her mind. Tesla stepped into life carrying this extraordinary memory and intelligence inherited from his mother. Tesla was the second of 5 children. His older brother Dane died in a horse accident when Tesla was very young. In the eyes of the family, Dane was a genius, and Tesla felt throughout his entire life that he lived in the shadow of that deceased brother. This loss was one of the first deep marks carved into Tesla's soul. From childhood, Tesla's mind worked in an extraordinary way. He could visualize objects so vividly that he sometimes could not tell whether they were real or imagined. He would design a machine in his head, test it, even repair it, all without putting anything on paper. In 1875, he enrolled at the Polytechnic School in Graz, Austria. In his first year, he missed no classes and received the highest grades in the vast majority of his exams. His teachers wrote to his father, "Your son is one of the brightest minds we have ever seen." But in the second year, he fell into a gambling addiction, lost his scholarship, and dropped out of school. He told his family he had graduated. He lived on this lie for years. In 1882, Tesla began working at the Continental Edison Company in Paris. There he developed his ideas on alternating current, but he had already outgrown everything Europe could offer him. In 1884, at the age of 28, he sailed to New York with a ship ticket. He had only 4 cents in his pocket. He carried a letter addressed to Thomas Edison. The letter read, "The young man carrying this letter knows 2 great men. One is you, the other is this young man." Edison hired Tesla. But the relationship between these 2 geniuses was never easy. Edison believed in direct current, DC. Tesla knew the future lay in alternating current, AC. Edison made Tesla an offer. "If you improve my direct current machines, I will pay you $50,000. Tesla worked day and night for months. He eventually returned to Edison. Edison laughed and said, "Tesla, you haven't understood American humor. It was a joke." $50,000 gone. Tesla resigned. This moment went down in history as one of the most expensive jokes ever made. In 1887, Tesla founded his own company and patented the AC motor. George Westinghouse purchased these patents. Thus began the period known in history as the War of Currents. On one side stood Edison and DC, on the other Tesla, Westinghouse, and AC Edison resorted to every means to discredit Tesla and alternating current. At public events, dogs, cats, and even an elephant were killed in the electric chair using AC current. The goal was singular. See, Tesla's current will kill you. Tesla responded by taking to the stage. He passed high-voltage AC current through his own body and smiled at the audience. Nothing happened. In 1893, the Chicago World's Fair determined the fate of this war. Westinghouse and Tesla offered to illuminate the fair for nearly half the price of Edison's bid. And 27 million people walked beneath lights powered by Tesla's AC current. The war was over, and Tesla had won it. But the true dream was only just beginning. Tesla had a project in mind that would change humanity. The Wardenclyffe Tower, a massive structure that would provide wireless electricity and communication to the entire world. The seeds of what we today call Wi-Fi, wireless charging, and even the internet lay within this tower. J.P. Morgan invested in the project. Construction of the tower began. But Tesla had not told Morgan exactly what he intended to do. One day Morgan asked, "Where is the meter in this tower? How will people pay for it?" Tesla answered, "There is no meter. Electricity will be like air. Everyone will use it, free." Morgan stopped the project. He pulled the investment. Tesla could find no other investors. In 1917, the tower was demolished with dynamite. Tesla's greatest dream turned to dust before his very eyes. The following years were a merciless descent for Tesla. His money ran out. He lived in hotels, unable to pay his bills. The man who had once illuminated millions of people shut himself away in a hotel room. He developed a special affinity for pigeons. Every day he would go to Bryant Park and feed them. There was a white female pigeon he was particularly devoted to. Tesla described his love for her this way. "Did I love her? Yes, just as a person can love. She was the most important thing in my life." When that pigeon died, Tesla said, "That night I understood that my life, too, was over." In January 1943, an assistant came to visit him in his room. Tesla would not open the door and asked the visitor to leave. A few days later, a housekeeper forced the door open. Tesla was sitting dead in his chair. January 7th, 1943. Age 86. He had departed alone. After Tesla's death, the FBI raided his room and seized all his documents. For decades, many of his inventions were attributed to others. Marconi received the Nobel Prize as the inventor of radio. But in 1943, months after Tesla's death, the U.S. Supreme Court restored the radio patent to Tesla. It was too late. The AC electrical system we use today is Tesla's. Radio is Tesla's. Remote control is Tesla's. Neon lights are Tesla's. The foundations of radar are Tesla's. Some researchers argue that X-rays belong to Tesla as well. And today, the world's most valuable automobile company bears his name. But Tesla did not found that company. He did not live to see it. He never earned the money from it. Nikola Tesla was born in a humble village, the son of a poor priest father. His mind was a personality far ahead of his era. He truly changed the world, but the world did not give that back to him in kind. Edison competed against him. Morgan cut off his funding. Investors turned their backs. And Tesla spent the rest of his life in a hotel room with his pigeons, having watched his greatest dream demolished by dynamite. So do you think Nikola Tesla was the genius who suffered the greatest injustice in history? Or did he bring about his own end with his own hands? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in the next one.